Poverty as a challenges. In the back lecture, we discussed about what people as resource. But here topic is poverty as a challenges. Means poverty. How do we see to poverty? Okay, and here about scientist means scientist how do see poverty. Okay, how do scientists see poverty? Okay, about it about this question we will understand in deeply. There are a lot of question and there are a lot of answer. Okay, and in deeply poverty and deeply about poverty and deeply we will try to understand. But before this started, I want to tell you what let's create together let's create question. Okay, means what is poverty? First of all, what is poverty? What are the dimension of poverty? Okay, in rural areas, what are situation of poverty in rural areas, whereas in urban areas what are situation of poverty? Why I am saying these two questions in rural areas, in urban areas? Because you would say what in urban areas, in rural areas, there are same people, so why are we categorized this people into two category? Why? Reason is people almost say, and you will realize when you will go to the when you will go in rural areas and other side, whereas other side when you will go in urban areas, then you will realize what bigger you can say huge difference between urban areas and rural areas. In rural areas, situation of poverty will be extreme poverty in compared to urban areas. Okay, urban people, because here we can say what if we are talking about rural areas, then in rural areas there are some there are some material are unavailable, there are some material are unavailable. Okay, are you getting? Whereas in urban areas, or obviously you can say what in urban areas there are a lot of facilities from which any person, someone person can buy, can create anything whatever one person wanted to create, wanted to make, wanted to study. Someone person whatever wanted to study, then in market someone person will go and then will purchase. But whereas in rural areas people will think today what I want to purchase, then will make a list, and then after decide time people will think what Thursday, Wednesday, no, Saturday will be better to go market. So here people need to think. Okay, whereas urban people don't need to think about purchasing of any material. Okay, and here maybe lack of what maybe late in any solution, in any purpose. Okay, so what are situation in urban areas and what are situation in rural areas? About this we will understand. And apart from this, what else question? What else question? Apart from this, can and here challenges. So people are facing suffer. People are facing difficult challenges. As we use the word extreme, so here extreme poverty will come. And there are a lot of people in our country, and there are a lot of people are living. So I think according to population, according to census, there will be a lot of people who are facing difficult challenges, who are living in a poverty category, I think, because of reason is according to population. Okay, our population is at number one in world, in the world, at a global. So obviously unemployment will be extreme number, will be in extreme number, whereas poverty people will be in extreme number. Okay, so here question is what about extreme poverty, extreme challenges we will understand. And there are some report from which we can understand in deeply whatever we will be studying, whatever I will be teaching you. So through report means we can say this happened. So some report will be evidence. Okay, will be would be evidence from which we can say, oh yeah, this is happening, and anytime this can happen. Okay, so report will tell you, report will tell you and will tell us a lot of things about poverty. Okay, because we will be discussing about poverty. Okay, and people are facing challenges who are in category of poverty. So now let's understand. And apart from this question, whatever I said you question, so apart from this question, whatever will come, then we will understand it deeply. Okay, so poverty as a challenge, so this is our topic. First question is what is poverty. Okay, through this subject what will be definition of a poverty, and what will be definition of a poverty according to us, as per your. Okay, what will be definition of poverty. Poverty, you can say there will be a lot of lack of facilities, lack of materials. But here can we say there will be major lack of facilities. Suppose that, let's suppose education, medical care. Okay, medical care, food security, and shelter, as we say house where we want to live. Okay, where we want to stay. So cloth, water, means safe drinking water. Safe drinking water will be better for a common person. Okay, so poverty, I told you what there are some major there are major material from which some person will be needed to live. Okay, a common person will be needed to live. For example, medical care, education, and a skilled acquired education. In education, a skill required will become, but it will be different. A skill required will be different in compared to education. Okay, but it is related, it is link each other. Okay. Education, medical care, and safe drinking water, clothing, shelter, food security. This will be needed to this. Someone person will be needed to this. Okay. Let's see. Poverty is a state where people lack the financial resources and essential for a minimum standard of living. Means according to this definition, we can say poverty is a state, means rich person in a other state, rich person is in other state, whereas in compared to poor person. So obviously poor people will be in another state. Okay, in compared to rich person. So that's why here it is saying poor poverty is a state where people will feel what lack of financial resources, lack of essential materials. Okay, because this is essential, means what, education, medical care, and safe drinking water, clothing, food security, shelter. These are major security for a common man. So obviously this for someone person will be, if someone person will be needed to live, then as I told you about essential atoms, about essential materials. So this education, medical care, like this, all this will help to poverty people, will help to live as a standard living. Are you getting? So this was a definition of a poverty. As per us, we understood what is the definition, what will be definition of a poverty. Okay, according to our opinion, according to our perspective, we understood. Now we are moving to next, poverty in India. Okay, what are situation poverty in India, and what is the definition of poverty in India? A definition will be same. Okay, because a person is a person, human is a human. Okay, there are nothing difference. Okay, in other country there are some people who are living, so, and in our country there are a lot of people who are living. But if we compare our country to another country, then there in a person, then there will be nothing difference. Okay, will be nothing difference between two countries, Okay, so here obviously we can say with evidence what definition of poverty will be difference if we want to understand poverty in India. Okay, so poverty is one of the most difficult challenges faced by India. Since India faced poverty challenges, India people faced from difficult challenges. So here can we say completely Indian people faced difficult challenges, extreme poverty? No. But yeah, we can say at a higher number people are facing difficult challenges, suffering in our country. Okay, here given number 270 million people. These are people who live in poverty category. Okay, who live in poverty category. So this is the data of 2011 to 2012, and today you can realize, you can feel what will be number now. Okay, as we looked what this is a number of 2011 to 12, and today what is time, what is the year 2024. So what will be number now, what will be number of poverty people now? So obviously this number will be at a higher number, at a higher level. What can be understood, what can be here, we looked through report. Okay, our country, our India faced from difficult challenges. In our country 220 million people who lived in difficult, in a poverty category, and so on this time people faced this number 270 million people faced on this time, whereas 2024 people realized we can calculate. Okay, so now can we move? Yeah, okay, What can be understood? How can be understood? Poverty also means lack of shelter and food. As I was telling you in definition of poverty, so about it I told you. So here it is saying, as I defined a poverty word. So apart from this, poverty uh, will will be meaning uh, lack of shelter and food. Means what? Apart from this definition, poverty also will meaning what? Lack of shelter and food. Yeah, some person will be needed to stay, then shelter will be compulsory to live and to stay. Whereas food is compulsory, as you know. Without food, how many can be live, can we survive? How many without food security? Yeah, it will be impossible after some time. After some time you can't say. I would say after 5 6 if someone person will realize, now I want to eat food. Okay, I want to eat food. So obviously food, shelter in their places, this is compulsory in their places. This is compulsory. Shelter is compulsory for stay, for living, for surviving, for resting. Whereas food is compulsory for our body growth. Okay, food is compulsory for our body growth. Time to time we can update to our body and we can survive, and through food we can work anywhere. Okay, so in their places there are importance in their places. Also means lack of education. Yeah, as I told you, in their places, importance of this word are in their places. So lack of education. Okay, also means lack of education. Yeah, here in my opinion I would say at least you can gain education where you can feel you what I can create. When you can say I can create my opinion here. Where you want to go, then you can decide to yourself what am I doing now, what will I be doing. Okay, so at least to yourself you can gain education, you can gain information. Okay, so here lack of education, then poverty will come. Lack of health treatment in their place is important. So health treatment, we don't know whenever with us anything can happen. Okay, with someone person anything can happen, we don't know, and someone person don't know. So here obviously anytime anything can happen. So there are a lot of places, but there are a lot of district in our country where will be available government hospital from which someone person can go to hospital if someone person will injure, will sick, will be need to go hospital, then someone person can go to the hospital. So here what we don't know. Okay, anything with someone person can happen. So health treatment will be compulsory. And today you will realize as the timing is going on, So in a private hospital, in government hospital, you will realize any person can realize what there are patient, there are a lot of patient. Okay, then tomorrow you will go, then you will realize, wow, also today there are a lot of patient. Then after 1 month, after 2 months, after 1 year, after 2 year, after 3 year, also you will see what there are a lot of patient. So this is what someone person with someone person is happening anything anytime. Okay, lack of clean water and sanitation, safe drinking water. Meaning of this is safe drinking water. So lack of clean water, safe drinking water. Here poverty people, poor people will be what lack of clean water. But poor people won't think what this is dirty water, because poor people will think what I am feeling hungry, I am feeling thirsty, so I would drink this water. So in emergency, poor people will drink. Okay, whereas in the same situation there will be rich people, then rich people will think what this is a dirty water, so I can't drink this water. Okay, then from here will be move, and in a restaurant you can say where safe drinking water will be available. There rich people will go and will drink. But whereas poor people want to think all this, yeah, because of emergency. Poverty as seen by social scientists. Social scientists, do how do social scientists see? Does social scientists see to poverty category? Poverty as seen. Okay, usual indicators of poverty here. Usual indicators through educated person. How can be seen? Okay, poverty. Income, consumption, lack of healthcare, safe drinking water. Okay, income, consumption, lack of healthcare. So income, consumption, about it we don't define. We didn't define. Lack of healthcare, we understood, we defined. Safe, about safe drinking water, we had defined. Income, today people are earning. Okay, today people who are earning money, but salary will be less in compared to expenditure. Someone person are earning, but salary are paid by someone person how many 10,000 you can say, but same person are need to spend how many 15,000 you can say. No, if you think right, then 8,000, yeah, it's normal spending. So here how many will be saving 2,000. So I think 8,000 are spend. So here these people will feel what as a poverty this people can feel. Okay, may feel. So according to income, people see what these people will be in the category of poverty. Okay, already I think in deeply we understood about poverty, but here according to social scientist, it is saying, this person is saying who are earning money. Okay, we are agree who are earning money, but how many are salary. Salary will be less in compared to expenditure, then obviously it will come in the category of poverty will come. Consumption, as I was telling you here, expenditure, spending. So consumption means people are consuming. Okay, you can say child will consume education, then parents will pay fees to the headmaster, to the teacher. So here child are consuming education, so consuming education. So here parents will pay fees. So income is going and consumption is coming. Okay, consumption is coming. So how many? So here I was telling you child is consuming education, whereas here we will understand through given line what how many. No, so one person how will consume food. Okay, how will consume calorie word is compulsory when poverty are measured. Lack of healthcare, this person is saying who are social scientist. So this is social scientist. According to social scientist, we are understanding here lack of shelter. This will be usual, this will be major indicator of poverty. Okay, lack of healthcare. Importance of healthcare we have understood, and again if you want to understand, okay, I repeat it. Healthcare, anytime anything can happen with someone person, and someone person don't know what someone person don't know whenever what will happen. Okay, don't know with their body. So here in body there are a lot of disease here in a personal in a human body. There will be a lot of there will happen a lot of disease. Okay, disease. So obviously here doctor will be available in a different category. Okay, when you will go to the hospital, to the doctor, then you will realize what there are a lot of doctor, but in a different category there are a lot of doctor. There are a level doctor in a different category. Why? Because of disease. Okay, safe drinking water. If we are drinking dirty water, then this will affect on our body. Okay, this will affect on our body when we will consume junk food, dirty water. Then obviously after some time we will feel what as a disease. Poverty line. In poverty line we will understand about income, about consumption. Okay, what is the meaning in deeply of income, what will be meaning of consumption in deeply. Poverty line, a common method is used to measure poverty. Okay, so through method how can we use poverty word. Method is used to measure poverty based on income or consumption levels. Okay, according to through income or through consumption level, we can find out who will be in APL and who will be BPL. Okay, a person is considered poor. A person is considered poor if his or her income or consumption level will fall below a given minimum level necessary to fulfill the basic needs. What is the meaning of this sentence? Meaning of this sentence, there it is a line, but this will be given. This will have given. This is a method to measure poverty. Okay. Here, if we are measuring poverty line, so here we will measure what? Income, or you can say consumption level. So this is known as BPL and this is known as APL. Okay, above poverty line, below poverty line means salary of this person will be low, then this person will come in the category of APL. Here A will be, here B will be. Salary of this category will be low by giving this line, then this will come in the category of BPL. Whereas salary of these people will be above, then this people will come in the category of APL, means above poverty line. But both are poverty line. Okay, both are poverty line. So about it we will understand in next slide in deeply. So here in my opinion, in my perspective, I am telling you. So this understood by income. Now we are going talking about consumption level. So here consumption, this word is coming, then obviously calorie word will come. What is meaning of calorie word? Yeah, 2400 and 2100, 2400 and 2100. This number is used to urban areas. This number is used to rural areas, rural people. So calorie will be compulsory for a rural person. How many? 2400. Whereas this calorie will be compulsory for a urban person. Okay. So here we are looking what differences, discrimination between two people. Between two people means between urban areas, urban people and rural people. So there are nothing difference because difference is what? These people will hard work less in compared to rural areas. These people will work through mind, and these people will work through physical, through body. Okay, so obviously these people will be need more calorie in compared to urban people. Okay, that's why rural people will be need how many calorie? 2400, and urban people will be need calorie 2100, because of these people will work through mind instead of body, whereas these people will work what? These people will work through body apart from mind. Okay, so obviously these people will consume how many calorie? 2400. So now we will move to next. We are moving to next. Okay. Consideration for poverty line in India. What are considerations? We were discussing about measure line, about calorie, about the difference between rural people and urban people. We were comparing between two this type of people. So here we will understand in deeply about what poverty line. So minimum level of food requirement. This is telling us what consideration. Poverty it is considered what how from minimum level of food requirement. Poverty it is considered from lack of clothing. Poverty it is considered from lack of fuel and light electricity and also LPG. Okay. Poverty it is considered lack of access to education and also lack of access to medical requirement. Okay. If someone person will have access to food requirement, if someone person, a common person will have clothing, at least some a common person can save to your body, to their body, fuel and light electricity. So in their places there are uses. Okay, in their places there are uses. Fuel when do we need, whereas light electricity today generation is what, without light and without electricity. I think 2 hours it is enough. It is enough. We can't survive. We will feel nervous, because today like this is a generation. Okay. So and in their places light electricity is a requirement, and I would say here light electricity will be needed to do work. So in almost in works it is used. Okay. LPG cylinder is used to cook food. Yeah, obviously. So in their places these are uses. Okay. Educational and medical requirement, about it we have discussed it. So if so a common person will have lack of access to education, lack of access to medical requirement, then these people will be considered as a poverty line. Clearly, food items calorie requirement. About calorie requirement, about definition of a calorie, we had discussed in backslide. So again I would say what calorie are found in food. Calorie comes from food. Okay. It will be compulsory for a common person, whether they are rich person or they are poor person. So it doesn't matter. But person will be human. Okay. So in food atom calorie are found. So here by social scientist it is said calorie requirement will be for a common person, for a rural person 2400 calorie will be requirement, whereas for a urban person will be 2100 calorie requirement. Why this like this social scientist it is the same? Because reason is there will be reasons, that's why social scientist, our social scientist it is saying like this is saying reason is simple. Reasons are simple. What? Rural person will work hard. Rural person work hard from hard from physical, from body apart from mind, whereas urban people will work a smart work you can say, and will work through mind instead of body. These are difference. Okay, so here food atoms, why this word is given here? Because this is saying calorie will be found from food. Okay, means you will achieve calorie from food. Clearly, the accepted average calorie requirement in India is 2400 calories per person and per day in rural areas, whereas 2100 in India, whereas the accepted average calorie requirement in India is 2100 calories per person per day in urban areas, and here you can see 2100 calories per person per day in urban areas. Okay, so in there clearly statement, clearly 2400 calories it will consume rural people will consume 2400 calories, whereas urban people will consume 2100 calories according to need of body. Interstate disparities means inequalities. Interstate, now among state we will see inequalities. Similarities there will not be similarities among state. Reduce poverty due to agriculture growth. When green revolution came, then on agriculture what affected on agriculture when green revolution came. So in Punjab state and in Haryana state, due to agriculture automatically reduced automatically. Reduced poverty automatically. So and now can you say in this state agriculture are done more, and today any person can go in this state and can see what is the situation of agriculture. So person will realize what agriculture are done more in this state. Okay, in this state. So if in state of Punjab and Haryana reduce poverty, so reason is due to agriculture growth, whereas in other state, in Kerala state Kerala has focused on human capital, on human resources, and here we can't say this Kerala state has reduced poverty due to agriculture. No, Kerala state has reduced poverty because of human resources, because of human capital. Government of Kerala state has investment on human resources. Okay, on human resources. So these human resources reduce poverty. Land reforms reduce poverty in West Bengal. So in West Bengal, here we are saying what about land reform, whereas in Kerala we looked about human resources, whereas in Punjab state, in Haryana state we looked what agriculture growth. So in this state, poverty reduce poverty reduce, but different from different aspects. In Punjab state and Haryana state, if reduce poverty, then because of agriculture growth, whereas in Kerala state reduce poverty because of human resource, whereas in West Bengal reduce poverty because of land reforms. So land reforms is what? In land reforms we will understand in deeply, but here it is saying reforms in land. It is a simple meaning of land reforms. Reform was reform was reformed in land. Means if we will not feel we will not feel what about our land. Means here my land is here is my land. So here people will see in West Bengal, but here we need to reforms, we need to be improvement in land. Whatever are disorder in our land, then we need to improve in our land. So in a land there will be a lot of issue. Okay, according to, you can say, agriculture, irrigation, to make to build houses. Okay, let's move to next. Public distribution system, it contribute what? Public distribution system. It is a scheme, it is a program. Through this scheme our government will provide food to rural people, not to urban people, according to a card our government will provide. So here Food Corporation of India will provide to rural people by giving permission of government. So public distribution system, it is contributed food security. So here, that's why we are looking what a result of reducing poverty in Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu state. So in Andhra Pradesh and in Tamil Nadu state has reduced poverty because of public distribution system, because of this program, because of this scheme in this state reduce poverty. Features of high poverty rates. If poverty will be high, then what will be effect on public, on poor public, on poverty people. So obviously if there will be high poverty rates, then meaning of this is what dangerous. So when this will be high, so what will be feature of high poverty rates? Then when how high poverty will come, then income, then will be income equality. Then income will be inequality. Okay, income inequality means among people, income of among people will be unequal, inequality. Okay, unequal. How can we say this will be unequal? You will realize what if here government are not working as a proper, then obviously will income will be provided as unequal income. So inequality will come will come among people when we will see what high poverty rates, high poverty level among people. Whereas unequal distribution of resources, yes, here in my opinion I would say among people distribution of resources should be provided as proper by giving permission of a government. Okay, so government will give permission to provide to provide resources. So if in a society resources are provided, so here through here as a proper should be provided resources should be provided. Okay, so that any one person can't face unequal as a unequal. Okay, as a discrimination can't face. Improper implementation of policies is compulsory. Our government will make a policy to public. So here policy implementation of policies will be improper, then work of a policy will be improper, will be disorder. Okay, by government it should be improved. By government it should be improved. So this is a duty of a government, because our government will decide policy to public. So our government, if our government will work as improper in this matter, then who will care? Okay, our public will say, will put opinion to government. Whereas anti-poverty measures, it is also dangerous. It is saying opposite, means instead of a solution of poverty, it is saying what will happen, what if when we will realize anti-poverty measures. Obviously it will be dangerous. Poverty, if poverty will come more, poverty will grow more, then obviously it will be known as anti-poverty measure. It has been a priority for the Indian government. No, it is not a dangerous word. Okay, means here we are fighting with poverty problem. So here I was telling you opposite meaning of this. Okay, anti-poverty means here we will be fighting with the poverty, so that we can get justice from poverty. Obviously it has anti-poverty will come among people, among society, then this will reduce poverty at a higher level. And it has been a priority if we see by the government, then it has been priority for the Indian government. Promotion of economic growth. When anti-poverty will come in our country, then it will promote economic growth. Targeted anti-poverty measures. Okay, here government need to target anti-poverty government. As far as we can do anything in the regarding of anti-poverty measures, anti-poverty to reduce poverty, to reduce extreme poverty, then also we will be responsible if we don't think about to reduce poverty, to reduce extreme challenges, extreme difficult challenges, to reduce extreme poverty. If we won't think, then we will be responsible, also we will be responsible, because we are facing, another person is not facing. Okay, another person is facing, so another person will think, but you are facing, so here you will be accountable. Okay, you will be responsible. So here one person needed to think what to solve the poverty, to solve from the poverty category. Okay, so anytime someone person can face from difficult challenges, from difficult extreme poverty. So here at least can balance between their life. Okay, so in the next slide we will discuss what you will about PDS. Do you know something about PDS? Full name will be public distribution system. Here I would say about it, this is a scheme, this is you can say program, and this will help to rural people, okay, who live in rural areas. So it by this food are provided, by this help food are provided to the rural people. Okay, so it will ensure food security among rural people. It will ensure. Okay, whereas now we are talking about schemes. This is a scheme, and one else also one. What this is a scheme. What is the purpose of this scheme? Purpose of this scheme was what to ensure food security. It will provide food, and obviously this will prove what I am providing food to rural people, means in other side I am getting food security to rural people. Whereas NGNRAZA, this is a long word. Okay, this is a long word. What is meaning of this? First of all, full name of this would be what? Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2005. So it will provide it will provide employment of 100 days. Okay, 100 days, throughout 100 days one person will be employment through this, if someone person will have this scheme then. But here condition is this will apply for rural people, not this will be for urban people. Okay, this was made for rural people, for urban people, for small villages. So first, okay, let's see aim of this scheme. Aim of this scheme is to provide what? To provide employment. It will provide 100 days employment to rural people and to every household to ensure livelihood security. In this scheme, I was telling you, this will ensure food security, but whereas this scheme will ensure livelihood security. This was made to for rural people. Also, this scheme was made. This scheme is made for rural people. Okay, like these schemes are made for the rural people, not urban people. Because reason is what? In rural people are found a lot of lack of facilities. So clearly, this scheme is for rural people, not urban people. Okay, and this scheme will provide 100 days wages as a employment work. Okay, person who will have this scheme, then that person will be eligible for this, okay, for this profit. Whereas second scheme is Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana. This is the name of a scheme. In short, it is a PMRY. So it is saying by Prime Minister employment will be provided by this scheme. So it will create self-employment. Okay, it will create self-employment. So it is self-employment for people. So it is not saying it will be for urban people, for rural people. No, it is saying for people, whether they are living in rural areas, whether they are whether they are living in urban areas. So it doesn't matter in this scheme, only in this scheme. As it is as this is saying, this is a self-employment for people, for all people, and also this is not saying all people, but only people this is saying. So here we may say what it is for all people. Now there are some questions where we need to ask to ourselves. Okay, are people educated? No. Completely in our country, people are not educated. There will be 270 million people who are living in a poverty category. So these people will have lack of education, yeah, obviously. So here we can't say, yeah, we can say what people are suffering from access of education. Are people educated? Clearly. So here this is not working as a proper. Do they have do they have a shelter? Means does people do people have a shelter? As we were discussing about poverty, definition of poverty, so we looked what we defined to poverty word, person who don't have shelter, then obviously this will be included in a category of poverty. So here in our country there are a lot of people who are living without shelter. Also we can say without food. There are a lot of people in our country who are living without food security, without clothes. Peoples are living, yeah. What about their health care? If people will not have access of education, will not have uh, to live a shelter, then how can we say healthcare will be available for these people? Here these people is facing from healthcare so here government need to focus on these people. Government need to find out where this type of people are living, from which we can take action. Okay. And here you would to like say what can we not do anything for this person? Obviously, as far as we can do for this person, we can do. But here our government is government, so government will decide, and government will not focus only one particular person. Government will focus on where our government will notice here. Okay. And government will take a decision as proper. Okay. If government will focus, then obviously in this matter at a higher level will be improved and will be improved. Do they have a job security? This point doesn't come here. Job security, when person will not have access to education, when person will not have a shelter to live, to survive, person wo won't have what access to healthcare, then obviously job security where will be job security to this person. Okay. That's it in this lecture. Our lecture was what poverty as a challenges. Okay. We discussed a lot of things, a lot of about word we discussed, and that's it in this.